To most people, the idea of time-lapse means sitting down and waiting for hours while your camera takes pictures. In fact, it's always been a long and sometimes boring process. However, with GoPro TimeWarp technology, this can be as easy as pressing two buttons. Well, kind of. So in this video I want to share with you 5 tips that can help you out making hyperlapses or time warp with your GoPro. Hey, I'm Andy, filmmaker and creator of Project GoPro, an online video making school specialized on helping people make better videos with action cameras like GoPro. I've also left a link down in the description where you can download my free GoPro settings cheat sheet that has already helped thousands of people setting up the GoPro before every shooting. Go and check it out. Now, before diving into the 5 tips, let me quickly clarify what time warp is and how it works on your GoPro. Time warp is a feature present on GoPro Hero 7, 8 and 9 Black and also on GoPro Max. It's basically hyper smooth, so the built-in GoPro digital stabilization applied to a time-lapse video shot while moving. With this feature on time warp, you can capture smooth and shake-free videos while you're walking, running, riding on a vehicle or riding a bike. You can also increase the speed of your footage up to 30 times, which lets you turn longer activities like hiking or bike rides into shareable moments with just one click. Here are some useful tips that will enable you to capture some amazing time warp shots with your GoPro. Tip number 1, enable the grid. So by enabling the grid on the display of your GoPro, actually, I don't know if you can see, I hope so. You should see the grid, it's enabled here. It's the lines, the horizontal and vertical lines that you can enable from the GoPro settings. So by enabling the grid, you will be able to frame your subject with less effort and to keep it in place all the way through your hyperlapse while you're moving. So you can see on this GoPro, I had enabled the grid. As you can see, the lines, the vertical and horizontal lines. So as I said before, if you have this, you can use the grid as a point of reference to then, keep your subject inside of one of these squares or on the intersections. Tip number 2, choose higher speeds for better stabilization. The faster the speed of your time warp, the steadier the footage. Because there will be more frames for the time warp to choose from. Therefore, when you set the speed to 30x, let's say, it means that the maximum amount of frames are being captured to deliver the smoothest hyperlapse possible. Tip number 3, use slow speeds for short scenes and vice versa. For short scenes, set hyperlapse speed to about 2x or 5x. Similarly, longer scenes like bike rides, for example, look best when you set up speeds of about 10x, 15x or 30x. Tip number 4, zoom in. By zooming in or by cropping the frame of your hyperlapse in post-production, you will have an extra cinematic touch which looks very cool. Tip number 5, use 4/3 aspect ratio for POV. So if you're going to make a time warp while you are on a bike or while you're skiing or even in a car, I would suggest you to use the 4/3 aspect ratio, which you can set it in the time warp settings like so. So tap on the settings on the bottom of the display, then custom the settings of your time warp, and in the settings, in the time warp settings, above ProTune, you should be able to see resolution, access resolution, and you want to choose a resolution of 1440, which is 4/3 aspect ratio. So I will choose this resolution. This setting enables you to have a different aspect ratio compared to 16:9, which is wider. So in this case, you'll have a taller aspect ratio, which you can still, edit it later in post-production and make it convert it back to 16:9. This will allow more space in both top and bottom frame, so you can capture more, and later in post-production you can eventually crop it back to 16:9 aspect ratio. Like this, you can choose what to keep and what to exclude. And that was my 5 tip for shooting better time warp with your GoPro. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. Remember to download the GoPro setting cheat sheet before you go to never miss the perfect setting on your next shooting. Thanks so much for watching, and if you like this video, please like and subscribe, as it will help the YouTube algorithm show it to other GoPro enthusiasts like you. Stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao!